way to where I am now, near Cape Flattery, the most northwest point of the country, right in front of Canada. On my way there, I crossed Seattle, and I had an amazing surprise of life. Just because things happen, even if you don't plan for them, I was able to meet one of you. This amazing person just happened to tell me where she lives, and I said, no way, I am right there. So we texted by phone and we arranged to meet, and I had an amazing afternoon sharing with her puppies, and with her friend Lynne. My person that I enjoyed so much meeting with is Debbie from the channel My Gypsy Adventure. You will see her comments here in this channel under My Gypsy Adventure. She's a delightful person, and I had to fight my need to steal her puppies, beautiful puppies. So just watch till the end for a nice fun video there. Thank you for being here. If you like the video, I loved the talk with Debbie. She's an amazing person. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. If you're ever in the area of Port Gamble, Washington, stop for a quick lunch. There are a couple of places, and just to visit a historic town that has been preserved for the future beautifully. Hi, Debbie.
Hi. Funny meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
What?
She saw my van and the many roads, no rules thing, and she says, "Are you Adriana?" "Yes, I am." No, not really. It didn't happen like that. Nothing is that easy in this life.
We planned it.
We did, kind of. We are very good planners. We exchange messages until we didn't exchange them anymore. And then luckily, we finally made it.
Yes.
We got to connect.
Yes, exactly.
I am going to just let you know, in case you write a comment in one of my videos, I will respond to you, and if you come back with another response, the next time you have to go and fish it out, because they are not going to notify you that my response is there. And who are you looking for?
This is my little dog, Hannah.
And she's a watermelon dog. Look at that.
Very juicy.
She is. She's juicy and cute.
And whiny.
Debbie is a viewer, and I didn't tell you this. I haven't told you this just yet. I would love for all the people that are very active in the group to get to know each other, because I can read your comments, I can read anybody else's comments, but until you actually get to know the person, it's difficult to interact with that person. And I think we all have so many things to share with others, and I am looking at Lynne there, but she doesn't want to show up in camera, so it's okay. But she's there.
Yeah, you can flash on man.
Yeah, no, I don't have any food.
Yeah.
So the point is, yes, for some reason Debbie told me that she lived here in Seattle, and I said, "Oh, I am there, so let's meet for coffee." And we started messaging, but then, well, luckily we got in contact through my email. So if you need to get in contact with me, my email is always there. And now we have each other's phone numbers. So good. Now
Yeah,
we can
so we
be
did manage to meet up because.
Oh, that fly is so interesting. That fly is super interesting. Hey,
As long as it's not a bee, I'm okay with flies.
well, I learned there are in every BLM land I have been, there are these bees that come to you and look at you and they buzz for a moment like and when they see you do nothing, they go away.
Oh, well, usually I'm running from those kind of bees, but
I've learned just to look at them and stare at them and
stare
do
them
nothing,
down.
The stink
and
eye.
they get bored and they go away. It's fantastic. So Debbie has been a viewer for some time now, and you can find her in comments under My Gypsy Adventure.
yes.
And you have a channel.
I do. There's not much on it, but if you're Chris Isaac fan, I just have a video about that. No, I have other.
There you go.
other, because we were just talking. I'm really kind of bad about videoing, so I started a channel, but there's I think maybe 6 videos, and 2 of them are about my dogs. So anyway, I'm gonna try to be better about it and just.
It's okay.
But
And what
editing is
the
so
name?
hard.
I know. What is the name of your channel?
It's My Gypsy Adventure.
My Gypsy
Yeah.
Adventure. And
I'll try to be better about
editing
putting stuff on there.
is not easy.
No.
But once you learn it, it becomes easy.
Easier.
And
It's very time consuming.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's my other dog.
That-
That's not Lynn. She
Lynne.
be quiet, Lynn.
Be more sociable.
I know, you can't
love you.
can't take her anywhere.
I am going to go get Teddy. and
Teddy, you
bring
gotta
him
see
here.
Teddy. You gotta see the pair
Or
here.
bring him round. There you go.
Hi, Teddy.
So his leash is going to go crashing now because I can't walk it.
Hey, Mr. Teddy.
And this is Teddy.
You're on camera.
Hey,
You want to
Teddy.
you want to be a superstar, Teddy?
There, that is Teddy. And he wants to protect us.
Yes.
And he barks at all the dogs that walk by. And they are Pomeranians.
They're Pomeranians, yes.
So they cannot. Yeah, you cannot fight a Rottweiler. I'm sorry.
No, they'd be a little appetizer, I think, for a Rottweiler.
Yeah, you won't
sure.
be able to. So this is Teddy, and this is Hannah.
Uh-huh.
And I saw a photo of Teddy with his raincoat,
Yes.
and
She
Hannah
had her
her.
her dinosaur hat on. Yes.
That is too sweet. Yes, I know.
I am
love
that
you
person that dresses up my dog, so just don't hold that against me. But they do
No.
have assortment of hats and costumes.
Too. They're so cute. So, yes, we met here in the town of
Port Gamble.
Port Gamble. I thought it must be full of casinos. Here, Port Gamble.
Not that kind of gamble.
No, it was not that. Beautiful little town, historic place. How can I really think when these two
I
do this?
know.
Look at him.
Oh,
Thank you. I
You're
love you
cheating on me, Teddy.
he's got some sap in his hair, so.
Yeah, I tried to get that out. I can't get it out.
So and you cross the.
We took the ferry over, so we live over in the Seattle area, so we took ferry over from Edmonds and came over, and she's over here in the around the water and the more scenic and peaceful side.
Because I am going to meet my friend Deb in a little bit west of Port Angeles here in Washington. So it was perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, hey, what if we meet for coffee? And we just made it happen. So I'm sorry, I can't be serious. I can't be serious. I cannot focus. This was not planned.
Oh, Teddy, I think we're going to end up having you be on her adventures.
Yeah.
Many roads.
So
And
I would
Pomeranians.
say,
Cheating on me, Teddy.
you vote. Should I steal Teddy and take him with me? And you would see him in every video. Yeah.
Oh, Hannah. How do you feel about that?
She's like, oh, well, as long as I get snacks, I don't really
She's
care about
going to
anything
be.
else.
She's going to be cool. Like, you know, when you're a mother and you have two kids, and one of them is gone, the other one gets to be the only child
She'd love that.
for the
She
whole day.
would. She'd be like, oh, good. Thank God that Teddy's left.
Yeah, Teddy's gone. Yay.
He was getting all the
Where are you
snacks
going?
and attention.
Kept thinking he'd go.
Just a cute little town. It's, you know, it's a little mill town. It's just touristy. I mean, there are people that live here, but it's more of a stop along the way to Squim, which is where you
Yeah.
just were.
And why did you end up watching my channel?
I don't know how, you know, I may have been watching travel snacks.
Right.
Because sometimes they'll, you know,
But
suggest others.
why the idea of watching
Of you?
nomads?
Nomads in general, I think it
Yeah.
just appealed to me, and I was like, you know, I could live in my van, and yeah, I don't have a van, but I mean, I have a Kia right now, so Kia Soul, I'll be a little tight quarters in there with two Pomeranians.
But you've talked about it for
I
a
had
long
talked
time.
about it,
Yeah.
and it really just appealed to me. And then that's kind of like I was watching people in vans. Well, then I discovered people living in their cars, because
Yes,
that's how Allison
yes.
was at first, and then their
I have even
minivans.
seen people living in a bicycle or a motorcycle.
I'm sure somebody.
And they do have a
Oh,
pop-up
they do.
tent.
Yeah.
Actually, I
And
do. I
wherever they-
watch.
yeah.
I watch people that they're big wheel, big adventure, something like that. I can't remember
Something?
what their name is, but yeah, they carried a tent behind them, and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
kind of like,
like
that's
a-
hardcore, but they did it. And I thought, you know, if you really want to travel, because it's expensive, and unless you got lots of money to burn,
Yeah.
you can't see this country without being able to do what you're doing. Or, you know, I mean, there are people that have those monster RVs, but I can't afford that.
Well, I
Even the
started
gas for them.
thinking, when I started thinking of the big ones, because you think of, oh, I want to have a living room, I want to have a dining room.
I want a shower and a toilet.
Yes, a shower, a toilet, and all those things. And you start class A, well, yeah, but then how much gas
6
do I
miles a
need?
gallon. Yeah.
Exactly, in the best. And then I researched class C's,
Mm-hmm.
and I really fell for those ones because they're easier to drive.
Right, they're smaller.
But they are still big. So I'm very happy with my minivan, and it's more stealth.
Well, yeah, you know, and I mean, you kind of learn, I think, because you have learned, you know, we have a lot of stuff in our home, so it's hard to kind of wrap your mind around,
Yeah.
how could I just like to the bare minimum of what I need? But the truth is you can.
Yeah.
Well, I see lots of people doing it, so it's obviously possible. And you kind of realize how much of your money and your wealth goes to crap. I mean, stuff you throw away, stuff that you're like, good
That
to
is
the goodwill.
so true.
You
That is
know,
so
I mean,
true.
we just all take it for granted because we just we're consumerism
Yep.
driven, you know, people. But that's your freedom, that you're
correct.
you're a slave to your stuff is basically
So
what it
true.
comes down to.
So true. But I do give some credit or some leeway to people who are emotionally attached to things. Family, mementos,
Oh, yeah.
you know, those kind of things.
Right.
And I understand it's difficult to get rid of them, and you don't want to get rid of them. So for this type of life. So I think in those cases, you can go for exploring while your things are in storage, and then you come back to them later on.
And you may at that point be ready to give them up. You
Yeah.
know, like for instance,
Yeah.
I was just kind of telling you about my mother passed away a few years ago, and I mean, I still have some of her clothes. I got rid of a lot of it after she passed, but I kept on a little, you know,
Yep.
a few, like maybe 20 things, because it was stuff she had just recently worn, and it was, you know, it was like the last things I had from her, and I could still smell her. And so, you know, slowly I'll go back in the closet, and I'm like, okay, I can get rid of this now. I'm not quite as emotionally attached to it as I was at the very beginning. So I think maybe for some of the things people have, that's the way it is too. But there's also maybe stuff you're never going to be ready to give away, or you shouldn't.
Correct.
You know, it could be
Exactly.
something that's been in your family for 500 years. Who knows? Right? Like, it would be stupid to give that.
But you never know why some people get attached to some belongings.
Right.
I know people who have collections of things, dolls or pottery or things like that.
Snow globes.
Snow
That's
globes.
Lynn's thing.
How many do you have?
Oh, I don't remember.
You lost
Maybe
count.
60.
In those cases, the best you can do is put everything in a box and store it somewhere
That's what
at a
I've done.
friend's at a friend's house. Or what I say is, I know of many people who pay every month to keep a storage place, and that is a lot of money sometimes.
It is.
So yeah, you have to count your losses there and decide how much you want to give.
Yeah, storage. I mean, I have a storage unit. It's $140 a month. I actually bought it because I was originally going to move to Arizona, so I was buying stuff and it was keeping it in that storage, right? Well, long story short, I had a place in Arizona, but the roof blew off. I had just been there. I had left, so I'd been gone maybe 2 weeks, and I don't know if it's like a straight wind. I don't know all the things that happened in Arizona, but I was the only one hit by this thing. It tore my roof off my whole carport was gone, and the roof of my Arizona room, which is like an extra room, was torn off. It was like a tin can. And so it was devastating. You know, it was just totaled. The place was totaled.
That is painful.
And
The
you
only
know,
one
I never
in
even
the
the whole entire park. I was like, Mom, did you do that? But you know, it was kind of like all this stuff that I had been gathering for Arizona, now I had no place to put it. I still have the stuff, and it's still paying $140 a month. You know, I keep going, I need to go through there and get rid of it. But you're right, like storing your stuff, because the thing I realized, I go back and I go, why did I keep this stuff? Why do I have these shoes that were from 20 years ago that aren't even in style
You're
anymore?
not going to wear them anymore.
They're still good. They still look good, but I'm like, but it's not in style anymore. Why do I have these? Or, you know, CDs, or he's going crazy for a bird.
Yeah.
Just things that you just realize, why am I spending $140 a month to carry all this stuff around with me? So I realize it's a psychological thing.
It's
that
emotional.
you just have
It's
to
emotional.
break free of, and it's like everybody's
Get yourself
different.
in a big-
Some people can do it easily, and others it takes us a while to kind of like free ourselves of all that. But I realize it's just, you know, you just have to let it go, and because it is, like I said, it's like a ball and chain for a lot of us. Like, why do I have to have a 3-bedroom house, or why do I have to have all this stuff if I'm a single person living in a house by myself? Why I don't need all that space.
Well, there is the idea, we also buy into the idea that society looks at you differently if you have a house or if you don't. And we were educated to be proactive and get the house and get all the things we supposedly we have to be proper members of society. And so sometimes we add value to those things. And that is the story of how we met, who you are,
I stalked
and your and your babies.
And my babies. It is just funny how, you know, like how you guys know, because I don't even sometimes know that you know this person who I've been watching, right? Like I knew Allison, you knew, because you've obviously had her on your channel, but you'll mention other people. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that you knew that person or watched that person. And I realize it's like this little circle that we all kind of like watch the same people.
Because we're all the same.
Yeah,
we're
we
all
kind of
human beings. And
have the same interests, I guess.
Exactly.
Right?
I just lately I have been watching wood turning. videos.
Oh, that's complicated, isn't it?
It's so beautiful because you just see the thing going around and around,
You've got
and the
your-
guy with the thing.
Yeah.
And they come up with these brilliant ideas, but I have found that these videos are extremely soothing.
Mm-hmm.
So at night when I just want to go to sleep, but I have a little bit of fumes, I put one of those and I fall asleep
Either
easily.
that or you're going to end up with a wood lathe in the back of your car and she'll be turning, table legs or something.
So, but the point of all of this is to tell you guys that now you know my gypsy adventures face.
Yes, hello.
And you know how cute and nice she is.
Yes,
So,
and my Pomeranians are
of
the
course.
cute ones.
But when she writes something in my comments, now you can go to her comment and talk to her directly, or go to her channel and watch her videos. But it is I would love if this community we have, you all got to know each other somehow personally, because it is nice. We are not just names behind a YouTube video. We're real people. We exist.
She's real. She's a real person.
You can
Who
pinch
did I
me.
know? I could pinch
No,
you.
don't pinch me.
And she's very nice in person. Let me just tell you, she's a very nice woman in person. So she's exactly like she's on camera too. Like there's no difference to her. I think that is who
There's
she
no
is.
acting. How do
No,
you
there
know
is no
I was
acting. Well,
I haven't been acting all
You
this
might
time.
be, but it's several hours of acting.
Yeah,
'cause
you've
we've
been
been
I'm
walking
very
around
good at
town,
acting.
so
Yeah.
she's very good at it then. But no, she's just a very nice person. So
And I am super, super excited to meet you. And thank you. I mean, she even took a ferry to come see me. What? That is when I realized we do really have a community in the channel, and that is why I would love for everybody to get to know each other. We are going to start having live chats.
oh, good.
And I am finding out to see if I can go for a software that allows me to bring you on camera at the same time, because YouTube doesn't have that. Because I think interacting among all of us is a good thing.
Right.
To make friends everywhere.
Yeah, face to face, you see people's faces and go, oh, yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is kind of true. Like, sometimes when you do comment a lot in somebody's channel, you do kind of see the same names, and you
Over and
sort
over.
of do kind of
Yeah.
get to know, oh, I know that person, and
Yeah.
I see them all the time.
And some of them do participate. They go into your comment and they write, I agree with you. But it stays there. It doesn't go any further because there is no emotional attachment to
Right.
that person. And I would love for our community to start getting to know each other better, because you never know. You never know. One person can change your day just with having a nice conversation.
Yeah, or you just kind of realize there's lots of people out there that are like you, like, again, I watch her channel because obviously I'm interested in sort of doing the same thing, like, okay, maybe I can travel in my Kia Soul with my Pomeranians and how I'll strap them to the roof.
In a crate.
It's going to be a little crowded, but I mean, that's the thing, is I think we kind of share that sense of, just wandering around and seeing things and meeting people too.
And that brings me to this question that I had for you. Why the gypsy adventures?
I don't know why that just came up. It was, I kind of thought of it like years ago. I think I didn't even have any videos at the time, and I don't know why. I have loved to travel my whole life, so I think even in my 20s, I used to travel a lot to Europe. So that was those days when it wasn't as expensive. I could go to England and, go to France, go all over Europe. I did all of that. I really didn't travel the United States much, though. And so now in my later years, I'm more interested in seeing the U.S. And I love road trips. Lynne knows I love to drive. So it's just, I like to see things and just travel by car now.
Yeah.
Well, plus having the dogs too. But
driving is also relaxing.
it's
Driving is
I will
great.
tell you that and she knows, I will get in my car like on Sundays or Saturdays. I drive across our mountains, and it's more deserty on the other side of the mountains. And I will drive all the way to what's called Ellensburg. There's a town over there, and I turn around. Maybe I'll get a coffee at Starbucks, and I come all the way back home. I just love to drive. It's very relaxing for me. I don't have a particularly stressful life, but there's just something about the act of driving that I enjoy.
And I'm a perfect passenger.
And not everybody's like that. Some people hate driving. I happen to love it. I don't like driving in traffic. That's different.
Yes,
But
that is stressful.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hate
Yes.
that
It is
because
for
I have a stick
everybody, I
shift.
think.
But I do love just driving. You know, and it's not someplace new. I see that place all the time. But
But every time of the year it may look different. I don't know. It happens to me when I get very anxious. I just start driving. I go somewhere like that, and the minute I start driving, I feel good. It's my happy place.
yep.
So
And it's quiet in there. Like sometimes I have the music on. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just
you're
quiet. You know.
alone with your thoughts.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's just so fascinating. And I think that people like us, that we just have like a curiosity, I guess, about other people and cultures, and
Yes.
and you
And
want to
that
find
makes
out.
us connect very quickly. We haven't met before
No.
today in person.
I feel like she's my best friend now.
And we had lunch, and she let me pet her babies, and I feel like I have known you forever.
Yeah.
And that is amazing. And even though I don't like the trendy things of Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, I am so grateful to YouTube for allowing me to have all these amazing friends everywhere.
Yeah, and learn things from other people that are. She's living the life I want to live. So, it's like, okay, well, it's kind of nice because if I have never seen anybody maybe do this lifestyle, I might not have thought of it on my own. I mean, my back of my car looks like I live in it, but it's all dog stuff, and they got their little platform back there and their blankets and stuff. But I mean, so it's nice for someone like me who's not doing that yet, but I dream of doing it. And I'm hopefully going to retire next year, and it's like, how can I travel and afford it on fixed income? And if I stayed in a motel with my dogs, I mean, the most I've ever spent was $75 per dog. That wasn't even me. that was on top of my cost of the hotel. So I mean, I can afford maybe one of those per week, maybe
1 weekend a month.
But like I've told my friend Lynne, is like, how am I going to travel on a fixed income and maybe be able to get across country or go to a national park or do some of the things I've dreamt about doing, and be able to afford it and not be eating cat food, or in my case dog food, to survive. So that's kind of why this appeals to me too, because it maybe gives me the opportunity to do that but not spend a fortune doing it. And I probably won't be doing it full time like you are, but it's just nice to know that is an option. Should I maybe decide, because I might get out there and think, I could do this full time.
You could get a small trailer, teeny like teardrop trailer.
Yeah, I was actually looking at something called a meerkat, because you can pull it. You can pull it with a smaller vehicle,
any kind of car,
and I could actually pull it with my Soul, because I called the guy and I said, I've got a Kia Soul, could I pull this thing? And he said yes. So I was
you should probably wait until you actually retire, because they are very expensive these days. Yeah. And I am sure they are going to come down.
I'm hoping, because I know that even this year I've been hearing that it's the kind of frenzy over the COVID years. People kind of got a little disgusted by it because they were having a hard time finding camping spots. They were all full, and they thought maybe they were going to use them more than they are. So that's kind of a hope for me. Is like, okay, by next year maybe I'll see them at the Goodwill. Or they'll be giving them away, right? Like,
maybe it's not going to be that much, but hopefully they will come down in price. because everything goes up and down in cycles. I'm sorry about that noise you hear. That is my son from the Netherlands sending photos of his weekend. That is how the photos sound. Sorry about that.
Well, you're going to have good photos because there's been a couple over against the fence back there snogging for a while.
And you enjoy
Rated X.
that.
Rated X.
They've just walked.
Okay, if you're out there and you meet the specifications, please get in contact with us.
There you go. We're available. No, I think we're happy. We're happy
good.
girls.
Yeah.
I don't
We're
need
good.
I don't
We're
need
good.
a man.
Nope.
It's
You're nothing wrong with men, but just kind of like I like hanging out with
there
my
are some
girlfriends.
guys here in the channel that are really nice
Yeah, I'm
people,
sure.
but they are taken.
Yeah, well, that's okay because I'm not looking. So
We cannot look into that.
I have dogs now. I don't have time for
Exactly.
men. So no,
And
I don't have time.
I promise, she only had half of this one, and it's not even
See?
beer.
I get drunk on root beer, so
You get high on life.
I
Debbie.
do.
Yeah.
High on life.
That's
I
right.
like that. So thank you very much for meeting me today. It was such a pleasure.
It was a pleasure meeting
And
you.
thank you. We are going to keep talking.
We are.
Bye.
Watch your channel, like and subscribe.
Thank you. And watch her channel, like and subscribe. I mean, at least you're going to see Hannah and Teddy.
There you go.
And these are cute dogs. Everybody was stopping her every 5 steps. Oh, are these Pomeranians? Yes. So they would pet them and then keep walking. So they are cute. Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.